It's funny. I was out moving and doing all sorts of stuff, and then I stopped at a gas station to just get a lemonade. Or actually, I had to run inside because the receipt it didn't work at the pump, and I went in there and I forgot my mask. And behind me walks in this nurse. She gives me this look, and as I just I go in, grab my receipt, and walk out. And she goes to the cashier. Aren't you guys enforcing the mask anymore? Yeah, well, this wasn't a voice in the back of my head. This was a voice right at my face. But you know what? I didn't complain. I didn't say anything because she was right. So it's all good. So we are. The intro is now just coming into my ear for those of you coming on. Now it's interesting because on Mr. Bilsker, greetings. I'm ready. Give me 1 second. Not you, Richard. Radio show notes. And hello, South Florida. Welcome to another week, another day, another live edition of the Real Estate Show. South Florida's #1 program about real estate and America's longest running daily show about real estate. We are heard live Monday through Friday. That's 5 days a week, right here where you're listening to us right now. Whether you're listening to us on the AM station, on the AM 1470, our original home of the Money Talk Radio, whether you're listening to on the FM stations at 96.9, 95.3, or 103.9 on the other end. And all of those are carried on the iHeartRadio network. So all you have to do is go to iHeartRadio. If you have that free app, then you can download any one of our songs or any one of our shows. You can go to our website as well and listen to it live streaming there at automaticlandlord.com. That's automaticlandlord.com. Or you can download and take it with you and listen to it even offline. So lots of different ways to listen to the radio show, lots of different ways to learn about real estate, and all of them right here for free daily, right on the show. Now, last week we posed a question, and we took that on our Mondays on a Mission and ran with it for the rest of the week. And the question was, are you 6 months behind, or are you ready for the next 6 months? And then I kind of worked into the week and said, I'm going to approach July 1st as January 1st. And I hope that a lot of you will join me and, make this a demarcation line, make this a fresh start, if you will. And let's rock and roll the rest of the year. Now, with obviously some setbacks here and there will be others. The markets are starting to open up, and I think everyone's kind of got at least their mental mind around the fact that this COVID thing is a real thing, and that we just have to be careful. Today, incidentally, I spent the entire day defurnishing a vacation rental. And I'm converting a vacation rental property, into an annual rental. So we're pulling it out of the rental pool, and so we were setting this all the way up so that we could have a completely empty house and rent it without all the furnishings. And I'll tell you, the Airbnb and vacation rentals are a lot of work, and they are additional wear and tear on the properties. So it's a different business model. Anyway, it's interesting because I had to go rent a truck. I had to go rent a worker for the day, and we had to then all of this wearing masks. And then now just imagine, in 90+ degree weather here in Florida, carrying furniture out of a house into a truck, from a truck into another location. And at the same time, maintaining social distancing, maintaining the mask wearing, go. And then, of course, when you stop to go to a convenience store to get cold water, or to get a snack or gas or anything like that, that's when it kind of sets in that there's this new reality. And so the whole idea of saying, whatever it is, right? We're not gonna let it bring us down. We're not gonna sit back and go backwards. What we're going to do is that we're gonna draw a line, and we're gonna go forward and use this as the brand new year. So January 1st, aka July 1st, and as I noticed, by the way, our cameras on Facebook Live went black. So I just want to, for those of you who are listening to us on the radio and doing both, or switched over to the radio, we are live on our Facebook channel. So come join us over there if you want to get the live video feed. So here's the thing. Whenever you get ready to start a new year, usually the January 1st new year, you kind of take an accounting of what the last year was like. Was last year a good year, or was last year a bad year? Was last year a good year, or was it a great year? You got to take an inventory of all your accomplishments. And this is actually kind of a fun exercise that I get to do every single year. And I decided to do it again. And so let's see here. Looks like we're having all sorts of internet problems. And welcome back. I guess we must have lost our connection. I guess what's one of the fun things about the overloaded internets that are going on with COVID. And I'm hearing all sorts of sounds in the background, music coming in, music coming out. So when you get ready for the new year, one of the things that we always do is that we like to look back and list our accomplishments, because no matter what, you had to have some accomplishments during the last year. And you have to sit back and enjoy those accomplishments, relish in the rewards of those accomplishments, so that now you kind of figure out, well, do I want more of what I accomplished last year? Do I want to accomplish different things this year? And if what those accomplishments are, do they resonate with me? One of the things that a lot of people may be familiar with is something that they call, and I'm talking about goal setting, is SMART goals. And there's actually a step that comes before the SMART goals. But I want to go over this concept of SMART goals. And the reason why I'm emphasizing this is because they use the word SMART as an acronym for the S in SMART is for specific. See, a lot of people say things like, I want to lose weight, I want to make more money. Those are not goals. Those are comments, because unless you have a specific, how do you know? In fact, that's what the M is for. I want to have a specific goal. And let's say that, and I'll use weight loss because that's just such an easy one to break down. How much weight do I want to lose? I actually went through this exact process about a quarter ago, and I had reached a point where I was uncomfortable, unhappy with where my weight was. I set a number where I wanted to get to, and that number is I wanted to lose approximately 25 pounds, and I was at 195. I wanted to be at 170, and so Now you're talking about specific. I'll know when I reach that because 170 is a number that's measurable. So it's specific, it's measurable. So I want to lose weight. How much weight? 25 pounds. Now what's missing, okay? So let's keep going down the acronym of SMART goals. There's so specific, measurable, attainable or achievable, however you want to say, which means it had to be realistic. If I wanted to lose 100 pounds, well, that would be half of a person. It wouldn't be a very smart thing to do, but it's also probably not likely to happen without some serious health detrimental effects. So you want it to be attainable. You also want it to be realistic. Again, same kind of conversation there. So was my to lose weight, to lose 25 pounds and reach the weight of 170 was specific, it's measurable, it's attainable, and it was realistic in the scope of my overall body frame and what I was. And then the T stands for time and date stamped or measured. So do I want to lose it over 1 year, over 1 month? And again, that goes back to if I said I want to lose 25 pounds in 1 month, is it achievable? Yes. Is it realistic? Not so much. And again, let's do this all in the context of doing this for good, healthy reasons. But to do that over the course of 3 months is very realistic, very achievable. And now you have all the elements of a SMART goal: specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time specific. And so that's a good example of a specific, a SMART goal. Now, I'm going to come back. There's actually one step ahead of this. Now, remember, we're 2 days away from New Year's, and I want you to be realistic, and I want you to take the next 2 days. Today, Monday, our Mondays on a Mission is always about setting the pace and the theme for the week. And I'm going to tell you a couple of other things. In fact, no, I want to tell you those right after the break. I got some great guests this week. I've got some great goals this week. I've got a lot to cover, and so we're going to do this. And by launching our week here, we're beyond the question. Are you 6 months behind? I'm going to assume that if you're still following with us here on the Real Estate Show, that you're going to move forward and you're going to get ready for the next 6 months. And we're going to compress an entire year in those next 6 months. And I want you to join me as we do that. And we're going to do this very publicly and in great detail. So you're going to definitely want to play along on this game here that we're playing. So I'm going to go ahead and take a quick break here, a few words from our sponsor. I'm going to try to adjust some of our cameras and get those things back going during the break. You are listening to the Real Estate Show. My name is Eric Wilner, and I will not be stopped, and I will be right back. All right. So did I lose you somehow during the break there, Richard? Oh man, that's all bad news. So far the full recording of the show does exist on our YouTube live, and this is kind of where we've been working and experimenting. I am going to try to resume the second half of the program, and I'm trying to find if I have the app. I think I burned out my battery on my phone camera, which is the Facebook page, and I'm seeing that I don't think I have the Facebook or the page app on my iPad in order to pick us up here. So here is, I'm going to go into Facebook. I'm going to have to go Facebook Live. Let's see how that works here. We are going to definitely try. Yeah, I know, but remember, I got some live people listening and watching what I'm doing here. No problem. Let's see here. And it is different on the iPad too, so Let's see here. Watch. Activity log. That's not going to do it. Live. Let's see. I would like to use my phone. Ooh, you know what? I'm afraid because I am on Skype on the iPad. So if I try to go live, I could easily not. I probably can't do Skype and Facebook Live at the same time. All right, sir. There's not going to be Facebook today. All the fun. I don't want to risk that one. And welcome back. For those of you just joining us, you are listening to a troubled edition of the Real Estate Show. Yes, we're having a little bit of some technical challenges, but it seems like our stream on our Facebook Live went out on us. Our transmission to the radio station came in and out, but we're back there, so we're live on the air, and we are live on YouTube. So if you missed out, come visit us on YouTube Live. It's just go to YouTube, and we are our show there is called The Real Estate Show, and you can join us over there. So for those of you just joining us, this is The Real Estate Show, and we've been talking about making July 1st the new January 1st, the post-COVID brand new year. Let's rock and roll the rest of the year. Let's get out from the sort of the stuck in the mud syndrome that most people are going through, and let's wipe the slate clean, start all over, and let's go for it. So that always requires two things. Number one is, and I was talking about earlier, was the reassessment of last year and look at the last 6 months. What happened that was good? And by the way, there were good things in the first half of the year. I will tell you that most people, yours truly included, has learned and leaped forward when it comes to long distance meetings, Zoom meetings, the use of YouTube Live, the use of Facebook Live. We've grown our audience, believe it or not, during the pandemic. And so as a real result of that, there's all things that I can check off as being good accomplishments. Some of them were not even on the radar. They were just sort of forced adaptations, which turn out to be what I call the silver lining in what was perceived to be a gray cloud. So there are a number of things that you can go back and look at and say, these are the accomplishments. Now, I'm assuming that you sort of did something like this back in October, November, December, usually the last quarter, and always in the month of December. I sit back and I review my year. I look at what I did. I look at what I did right, pat myself on the back for a couple of things. I look at what I did wrong or what I didn't do enough of, and try to figure out, what was it? Was it my effort? Was it my technique? Was it, was the goal faulty? And I try to figure out back in context of what is my long-term goal, what is the end game, if you will. So it would be healthy and smart to go and review that. It would be healthy to do that anyway as a midterm type of a thing. But here, I'm going to basically give myself a buy and say the first half was crazy. It was an unexpected shutdown of, epic proportions, where today I am now looking at my business from a completely different angle. It is reinforced a lot of what I have always believed about real estate being the ideal investment. It has allowed me to continue my business, and with the automatic landlord methods and processes, I've actually taken those to a better and higher level as a result of the necessity of social distancing, of long distance business transactions, of trying to keep everything going, tenants, landlords, showing properties. All of this has been personally, I consider it to have been a fantastic learning experience, one that I have actually enjoyed and made the best of. So, But before you do all of your goals, I mean, I made mention about long-term goals and the big picture. All of this is meaningless if you don't have a reason why, and it's something that I remember 20 years ago in goal setting. You would set goals, would be these arbitrary things that you wanted, and oftentimes they were really what somebody else wanted you to want. Sometimes it's our parents, sometimes it's our boss. They set the goals that they want you to have. And what I'm saying is that the truly powerful goals, I mean, you put a person, a man or a woman, on a mission, they become unstoppable when they have a why. And then, I was looking at this is my son's time books for kids, and it talks about the big book of why. And it's funny because you can have this conversation in two different ways. Why do things behave the way they are? Why do things work the way they do? But it's also my why that motivates me, whether it's my kids, it's my family, it's my need and deep desire for personal growth. It's the comfort level that you want, and it's the way that you want to be able to live your life. Again, coming back to this whole COVID conversation, living at home, and for some people it's been a struggle because your home became your home, your gym, your office, and many other things. For me, it became all of those things plus my radio studio now coming to become a video studio. All of these things make you look at things a little bit differently, and you start looking at them and say, do I like this more? Do I, because there's aspects of being able to spend more time with the people that you love and enjoy, to be able to hang out, to be able to not spend so much time sitting in traffic driving around, because now you've learned to do things without having to go out and drive. I've cut my mileage down about 80%. And now, even when things begin to open up, I don't need to increase my mileage 80%. I can actually operate a lot more effectively, a lot more efficiently. And that's why I'm telling you all of this, because come January 1st, aka July 1st, I'm going to release what are my goals, particularly in the context of real estate. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do about it. I'm going to relate, and some of the stuff I'm going to be successful at. Some of the stuff I may not be as successful as I want to be. The key here is to have the SMART goals driven by the big why, and then be measuring these things all along the way. And so those of you who I already have worked with, both in the role of coaching and mentoring, that I'm very big on this process. We do this process in writing. And what I'm going to do this week, I'm going to offer you, if you want my personal template, how I set up my goals, that I'm going to offer it out to you guys absolutely for free. It's going to be free in terms of cost. I don't want you to pay any money for it, but it's not going to be free in terms of doing effort. You have to sign up and be on board. If I'm going to play all out, I want you to play all out. So that's what's going to happen. By the way, Tuesday, super guest coming on. I want you to definitely join us on our Tuesday show coming up. We've got the Foreclosure Man coming on. He is anonymous, and you'll see why. He has got some really deep stuff to talk about foreclosures. Thursday, we're going to talk about the debt solution. A lot going on, guests this week, and lots in between. So don't forget to tune in to us here Monday through Friday, right where you're listening to us here on the radio station, on Facebook Live, also on the YouTube Live. If you need to reach out to us, do so on our Facebook or at automaticlandlord.com. Or finally, you can always call us at 888-595-7779. That's 888-595-7779. Well, that's it for me. This is Eric signing off. Until tomorrow, drive safe and make it a great day. Yeah, I still got, by the way, on my phone, it still says it's 8:27. It just turned 8:28. Okay. That'll be good. That would be good. All right, Richard, take good care. Strictly those of its host, guests, and caller. Well, I'm going to have to bring more people over here over to the YouTube Live. We're here to do this basically as an exercise, but as you can see, it's much more than just an exercise. And today, it might be the only way that we were able to have a continuous recording. Anyway, thanks for stopping by, and definitely feel free to send us a comment. In fact, let's see here in the live chat. Do we have anything? Nope. So just be aware that there is a live chat also here on our YouTube page. Tomorrow will come fully charged for the show tomorrow. It's going to be a great guy, great material, super good material, especially in this coming environment and the next 6 months. Well, I'm going to wrap it up right here. Thanks very much for joining us here. Take care.